this new knife here just in yesterday, and I want to give a little video and input on it in case you're interested or weren't interested, and now you might become aware of this awesome deal of a knife that is exclusive from Blade HQ. What we have here, as you can see, it says Para 3 in Jade Green. Now it doesn't say Para 3 lightweight, but it is a Para 3 lightweight. So let's go ahead and open this up. This is your basic packaging from Spyderco. It is a US made Spyderco. And with these exclusives, you get kind of a little explanation of who did the exclusive, like Blade HQ, the type of steel they used. And yeah, pretty much. You can read it if you want, so I'll put it up here for just a minute. But yeah, this knife is for sale on Blade HQ. I just checked a little bit earlier today. It is, I believe it's June 25th, and yeah, 2021. So let's go ahead and open this up. I've already opened this knife up and used it a little bit, and it is one amazing sucker of a knife. This is the Para 3 lightweight. Now the standard Para 3 lightweight does come in at about $105 with the non-coated blade. So this comes in at about $122, $123. On Blade HQ they do, or at least they did, charge me sales tax, which is something Blade HQ is known to do. But yeah, this is an exclusive through them. You can only get this knife through them. And what they did is they changed the steel from the standard, actually I do have a standard here. A standard Para 3 lightweight uses CTS BD1N steel. And this uses CPM M4 steel, the exclusive. The exclusive also changed the color of the FRN. As you can see, the FRN, it's not G10, it's FRN plastic. They claim it's a Jade G10. It's kind of weird because Blade HQ has always done exclusives with Jade G10, and it's like a translucent G10. And I'm sorry if I said G10. This is not a Jade G10. This is a Jade FRN. And what it is basically, it's kind of like a teal green or like a turquoise green kind of color to me. I'm not sure if this background I chose was the best option, but nonetheless you can see there is also currently another Para 3 lightweight available. It's a S90V steel blade which does have incredible edge retention and decent stainless properties, and they use kind of like a turquoise blue or like a light blue, baby blue FRN. But that's $140. So what I want to do when I talk about this knife that's available is say, why would you spend maybe $18, $20, $25 more than the standard BD1N? Well, the steel you get is a much better steel. And actually, I have noticed, I have two of the exact same knives. I have a S30V Paramilitary 2, and I have a CPM M4 Paramilitary 2. Both of them are the Tonto versions, and when I got them, what I noticed is the M4 steel, although it's not a stainless, it's such a sturdy, strong, tough steel and has great edge retention. So in my opinion, there's a big bonus with that because the edge doesn't get worn down as quick. And not only that, it seems like the edge is just stronger. Like when you're cutting, these two blades have the same geometry. When you're cutting, you notice this bites into the cardboard and things way better, way easier. It slides through it better. And that's just my personal input on the better steel. Now, another reason why this is kind of a good deal is because, well, I mentioned the S90V version is $140, and also I believe the Spy 27 steel is also $140. So what happened was I think Spyderco might be raising the price on at least the exclusive Para 3 lightweight soon, because they had a Rex 45 steel with orange FRN earlier this year, and it was $122, same price as this. And I noticed, I didn't buy that, and I noticed other exclusives of the Para 3 lightweight were coming out, and they were not $122 or $123, they were $140. And I was like, that's so close to a regular Para 3 that has G10, and I think I would not want to pay $140 for a Para 3 lightweight because it is FRN, and it is still the compression lock. Everything's exactly the same as a regular Para 3, other than the scales, and there's no liners. But yeah, the scales are not G10, they're FRN, which makes it pretty light. Let's go ahead and weigh the knife, actually. Let's see how light this knife is. And I've used this for about a day now, and 2.48 ounces is extremely light for me, in my own opinion. It's a very light knife, so I really like that. But what I like also is that when you have a steel like this, CPM M4, what you want to do is you want to oil it. So I have a little piece of folded paper towel, and I put olive oil on it, and this is how I kind of oil my blades that are not stainless. You want, in my opinion, you want to use something that's safe if you're going to use this knife for food prep, not just cutting cardboard or anything like that, because if you do have something that's a chemical that's not in, you can't ingest it. If you forget, you might forget, or someone might use the knife, cut an apple, and then you have some type of poisoning potentially. So I like to use a natural material. I just use some olive oil, and what I like about this combination is that with the FRN scales, you don't have to worry about the oil getting in or on the scales, because it's not going to stain them or change the color or appearance in any other way. When you have something that's a clear translucent G10, I'm kind of weary when I'm oiling it, and I don't, basically if you over oil it, it might change the color and actually dye the G10. So that's just my opinion. I think it's a real good opportunity to pick this knife up, especially for this price, because they're not charging that $140. For a minute there I thought they were going to increase the price for the exclusives, for all the exclusive Para 3 lightweights, and I was surprised when this was $122, or somewhere around there. Don't quote me. I think it's around $122 plus tax, maybe $123 at the moment. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this overall. I believe it is worth the extra, 20-25 bucks after the tax. I did get free shipping. I used the standard free shipping option, and it came within a couple days, so it was pretty cool. And I've ordered a couple things from Blade HQ, not very much because I don't like paying the tax, but it's something that every company is going to have to do eventually. I think they're just doing it to be proactive, and not necessarily take advantage of people, in case the government might come back and say all the knives you sold in the last couple of years, you're gonna have to pay the tax for that, or show that someone paid the tax for it. They're just kind of being proactive, in my opinion. And see, the thing is, with the BD1N, you don't have to do that. You don't have to oil it. But I'm just gonna wipe that off. But yeah, that's why I like this knife so far. It is very, very interesting combination. And I did notice with different steels, you kind of get the way that they made the grind, the flat grind, you can kind of see some differences in how the steel looks, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can notice that here, but it's just something I noticed. Let me know what you guys think. This knife, pretty cool knife. It's got a 3-inch blade. It's got the forward choil, compression lock, very fidget friendly, very fun to play with. You barely notice it. Today I had it in my upper shirt pocket, and I kept forgetting where I put it because it was up there. It's so light. And I know there's knives that are lighter than this, but for some reason this seems to have a pretty good weight distribution. And you can use the compression lock to open it. You can use a spidey flick. You can thumb flick. There's just so many ways you can open it up. I'm sure a lot of you have a Para 3 lightweight already, but with M4 steel, if you take care of it properly, it will serve you well. So yeah, you don't want to keep it wet. You always want to dry it off, excuse me, and re-oil it. Like I said, I just use some olive oil, and I like that this has FRN handle scales because I don't have to worry about them getting like drenched in the oil. I can keep it very well oiled, and since I use olive oil, I can still food prep. Should make some apples have a little interesting taste to it. Some grapes or something, I don't know. I cut my grapes for my son because he's still very young. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thanks. Bye.